XT881. Connected. Battery level is high. FM mode 88.5 FM.
Achieving the perfect balance of a bold yet smooth taste that's not too sweet is the stuff coffee drinkers dream of. Bringing it to life requires finding the right beans and the right grind, then brewing at cold temperatures for at least 10 hours. Stoke is slow brewed, like all the best ideas. Find it in the refrigerated juice section. The other coffees were kind of starstruck around it. Oh my gosh, there it is. Stoke coffee. But when they brew at cold temperatures for at least 10 hours, that's no coffee.
Fearsome monster, right? Tearing apart its enemies and trying to eat velociraptors, stegosauruses, and Jeff Goldblum. The burning question we all want to know the answer to is, what was T-Rex like in the sack? Turns out they're sensitive lovers. Joining us now to talk about it is Thomas Carr. He's a vertebrate paleontologist, director of the Carthage Institute of Paleontology, a competing institute to Poundstone. Thomas, thank you for joining us.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
What grabbed our attention was a headline we saw about your paper, and you probably know what it is. The headline is, Tyrannosaurus Rex was a sensitive lover.
Yeah.
I know that's only one detail of your paper, but what? Let's start with this. What is considered sensitive lovemaking by T-Rex standards? Is it just popping some Mentos first to get rid of that pterodactyl breath, or what?
It has to do with being gentle with your mates. There's some evidence to think that T-Rex was a lot like alligators and crocodiles, and they would be very gentle with each other. They would nose and they would bump each other. Very gentle stuff for such monstrous dinosaurs.
Well, their arms aren't really long enough to stroke anything.
They aren't, but if you take the head and neck together, that's sort of like a giant arm and fingertip, and we think that the face of T-Rex was as sensitive as a human fingertip. And so that's where all the sensory equipment is located, around the jaws, around the mouth, and they would have rubbed faces together.
Can I ask you, well, how do you know this? I mean, all we have from dinosaurs is like fossils and bones, right?
And a few diaries.
Okay, and the diaries.
Well, bones are like diaries. Bones can tell you a heck of a lot. And the cool thing about T-Rex faces is their skull bones compare really well with crocodiles. And so from crocs, you can get a really good picture of what T-Rex looked like.
You know, I'm sure you know more than I do on this topic, but people used to mistake me for Rosie O'Donnell a lot, you know?
Right. And yet you don't behave like Rosie O'Donnell.
I don't behave like Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell will rub her face against you just to say hi.
No, she never would.
But reading right from your paper, I'm going to quote, in courtship, Tyrannosaurids might have rubbed their sensitive faces together as a vital part of pre-copulatory play. The word courtship kind of stands out with me.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to picture a Tyrannosaur court.
Yeah.
The cool thing is that crocs and T-Rex share a common ancestor, and crocodiles actually have an extended courtship. And then they get into the precopulatory behavior, which the press has called foreplay, and essentially it is. You know, being gentle and doing this head and neck rubbing is really important. They rub jaws together, and they'll even twist around each other.
Okay.
And so each step is really like, being on a date. Once it's all smooth and it's over.
Well, I'm not sure I would call that a steak.
Well, it's a hood on the leaf.
No, I mean, I like a nice meal. I don't want somebody rubbing their jaw on me.
What then would T-Rex sex look like?
That's a good question. The male would probably attempt to mount the female. What direction they'd be facing would be a good question. I don't know if they would be
towards the sunset.
Each other or
pretty sure of it. I feel like a real idiot because I know that clearly T-Rexes are dead and we don't have them. And you say you're talking about crocodiles, but the truth is, until you brought it up, it never occurred to me. I don't know how crocodiles have sex either. It just seems so taily.
I'm sure for 40-foot dinosaurs, there would be some challenges. They'd probably have to crouch low to the ground. I mean, they'd have to be stable, but I think crocs are a really good model for how T-Rex would have done it. There'd probably be a little bit more crouching for Rex. Crocodiles do it in the water, so they've got, plenty of support there.
Right. Plenty of support there, whereas the T-Rex used a sleep number bed. There's nothing worse than when your T-Rex partner wants the bed at a different angle than you do.
So, I guess this must be an insensitive question from an outsider to the T-Rex community. How do T-Rexes know if the T-Rex they're looking at is a male or a female?
Do you think they got any information about that from rubbing their jaws? Like if lipstick came off? Then the guy would know?
Well, we know from crocs and alligators that they'll do different displays to each other, and male crocodiles will do a slightly different display from female.
Oh, yeah.
That's possibly one way they told. Like we can tell, obviously, each other at a glance, more or less, and that doesn't seem to be the case for dinosaurs.
No, and unfortunately the tube top hadn't yet been invented. Thomas, I want to thank you so much. This really has been fascinating. I'm so glad to learn that T-Rex has a sensitive side. It was great talking to you, Thomas. Thanks a lot.
Well, thank you so much.
Thomas Carr, Associate Professor of Biology at Concord College, and Director of the Concord Institute of Paleontology. Thomas Carr, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Honestly, had you ever even thought about how crocodiles had sex? I'm an animal lover, and
You're not an animal lover.
No, I'm an animal. Well, no, not an animal lover. No, I love animals, and I carry spiders outside when they're in the house instead of squishing them. I really do my best. But honestly, crocodiles and alligators, I think, are the rare exceptions to the rule. I know they have a place in the food chain, but I just don't see any reason to carry them outside if they come in your house. I had a bearded dragon lizard for a long time, and he was lovely. Is anybody here a fan of reptiles? You, ma'am.
I grew up in Florida, I'm sorry. But I did.
There's no shame in that, ma'am.
Oh, there is so much. We used to feed alligators hot dogs off the end of our dock.
You used to feed alligators hot dogs up the end of your dock?
They're cuter than crocodiles.
Oh, alligators are cuter than crocodiles?
Very much so.
Boy, there's a distinction that is just, it's like having people come at you with knives and going, I like the one with the nice handle. Wow.
They get in your swimming pool and then you have to call professionals to get them out.
I remember we had a creek behind my parents' house, and I'm not good at distances, so I don't know how far away from the house to tell you that it was. But anyways, I was down there at the creek, just messing around in the woods. That's a really great thing that I got to do when I was growing up. And one day, up from the creek comes, a turtle.
Okay.
But it was the size of like maybe a small bike tire. It was a giant turtle. It was the biggest turtle I'd ever seen in my life.
In Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts, coming out of the creek. I ran like hell and all the way up to my parents' house, and it wasn't until literally just a couple of years ago that it dawned on me, that turtle couldn't have caught me. Hey, let's take a quick break to hear about something you can listen to in this episode of Live from the Poundstone Institute is over. Or we can turn it off in disgust.
Yo, everybody, it's Stretch Armstrong.
My name is Bobby the Bossy, aka Cool Bob Love. If you love this podcast you're listening to,
should check out our new show. What's good with Stretch and Hip Hop? This is not your average interview show. We're going to be telling stories that you're not going to hear anywhere else. Find it on Apple Podcasts, and if you're on one app, or however you find your podcast. It's What's Good.
It is time to collect more data for the PPP, the Poundstone Personality Survey.
Over the many years of the Poundstone Institute, we've collected millions of responses and cross-referenced them with 167 distinct personality types. And we'd like to invite well-known people here to help add to our database.
This week, our guest is Larry Wilmore. He was the senior black correspondent of The Daily Show. He hosted the nightly show on Comedy Central, and now he's got a new podcast called Black on the Air. Larry Wilmore, welcome to the Poundstone Institute.
I've been very fond of the Institute for many years now. So.
Oh, thank you so much. Oodles of research has come out of here. Yeah, looking back, Larry, at this last year, I know it's been a crazy year for you. Could you recap it for us?
Yeah, well, for me, I mean, a year ago I was at the White House Correspondents' Center calling the president my N-word. So, yeah, that got a lot of attention.
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And I
Was
had,
it negative attention?
it was both.
Yeah.
It was both. It was kind of a warm, fuzzy thing more than that. It was a moment between two brothers in front of a lot of white people that really didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah.
But a lot of people really enjoyed the set. You know, they saw it as a media critique. You know, I kind of went after CNN and all the people. I just felt like for instance, like Morning Joe at the time, I felt they were, I think the joke was so far up Trump's ass, they bumped into Chris Christie, I believe the joke was at the time. And yeah, now they come around, which is good, but there was so much coddling of Trump in the media at the time, and I just found it very offensive.
Yeah.
And I just thought I had to talk about it.
Sure.
And so there was.
Listen, I don't really like crocodiles, and I just came out and said it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. It was fun, but I didn't care. You know, it was both positive and negative. It was a fun time. I'm glad that I did. And then I had a show called The Nightly Show, which was canceled in August, so that was a big deal. You know, and you know, we were so excited that we were going to cover this election. You know, not even knowing how historic it would actually be. it's you're watching this train wreck and car wreck that you can't take your eyes off of, and then you realize we're on that train and in that car.
Yeah, right, exactly, yeah. I can't wait to see what HBO does with it. And I'll tell you something. Was it Julianne? Who's the woman who played Sarah Palin?
Oh, Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore, yeah. Boy, if she doesn't play him in the HBO movie.
She can do anything now. She's very talented.
Yeah, I will be so upset.
Well, Larry, your year is about to get a whole lot better because you're here to take the PPP, the Poundstone Personality Survey. Now, you answered 3 questions developed by our in-house psychologists, and we feed the results into our supercomputer, and we'll tell you your personality type.
Great. All right. Let's do it.
All right, first question, Larry. You are being dragged off a United flight. Do you yell something or grab as many of those tiny bottles of liquor as you can before you're off the plane?
Oh, I'm grabbing the liquor.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Question number 2. Have you ever felt a dog or cat is judging you? And if so, what were they thinking?
Yes, definitely, all the time. The dog is not judging me. I believe that cats are always judging me. I think dogs are only thinking about where's my food and is anyone around here going to help in that, you know. But the cat is always thinking, why is he here? And I'm going to simultaneously I'm going to ignore you at the same time.
Yeah, I agree with that. Cats want to be seen ignoring you.
Yeah, they do. They ignore you in front of you. Yeah.
Some of my friends' parents have marriages like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I know exactly what my cat is thinking when it watches me. It's thinking, hey, I get in trouble when I pee in the corner.
Makes sense.
Question number 3. Are you a person who will tell someone they have food in their teeth? Or are you a person who doesn't tell them?
It depends on who it is.
Oh wait, follow-up question.
Right.
Do I have food in my teeth?
As I said, it depends on who it is. No, but yes, I try to indicate.
Oh, you mean like with a subtle point towards someplace on your own face?
Yeah, I put a big piece of food in my teeth and go.
All right, Adam, let's enter Larry's response responses into the database.
Okay, here we go. Let's turn on the mainframe here. Oh, you're very highly advanced.
Yeah, you've been doing this for years.
I can tell. And here are the results. Paula?
Larry Wilmore, you are personality number 42, the Golden Retriever. You are smart, optimistic, and loyal. And like most Golden Retrievers, you have your own podcast.
Larry Wilmore, thank you so much for being with us today. Jeff, I'm assuming. You can hear more from Larry on his new podcast, Back on the Air.
Yeah, but I know our audience here at the Poundstone Institute is also full of talented and interesting people.
True.
Like you, sir. What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm recently retired.
How can you retire at your age? Are you sure that it's retirement and you weren't just let go?
The plan is for it to stay.
Really? What did you retire from, sir?
I was in banking. Oh,
the Wells Fargo wagon is a-coming. What did you do in banking?
I was one of the many vice presidents of commercial banking.
Let me ask you something. At home, are your pens all chained to the table?
No.
Yeah, that must just freak you out. And did you work your way up?
Yeah, I was there for about 45 years.
You know, I read a thing on the internet today, and I guess it was supposed to be like a warning, like a caution. It said something like, 50% of Americans spend their whole paycheck. And it wasn't until I read that I realized we weren't supposed to. I can't tell you how much I wish I was kidding right now. Hey, if you're in LA and you've already sat through the mandatory 6 straight days of Wheel of Fortune tapings, why not come see something entirely free of vowels? Join us at a taping of
For ticket information, go to PoundstoneInstitute.org. Make sure and use your vowels there, or visit our Facebook page. You can also send us research that you think we might want to know about. Okay, we have the results of the survey.
Oh, good.
Once again, the question we asked, have you ever feigned interest in a loved one's hobby that you secretly couldn't stand just to be nice? And it turns out 67% of our statistically significant audience has done this. 67%.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's high. So I have our audience's survey answers here, and I'm going to read. I have attended many Catholic masses, quite sure I would be smoted by a bolt of lightning on the spot for not giving a But the music is nice. Let's see. Have you ever feigned interest in a loved one's hobby or activity that you secretly couldn't stand just to be nice? Saltwater aquariums.
Wow.
Wait, whose is that? Who has attended saltwater aquarium? Really?
No, it's more of the hobby. My partner has a saltwater aquarium.
Oh, he has a saltwater aquarium.
And I have to go to aquariums around Southern California with him to find new fish and coral.
Oh, you have to go with him to find new fish and coral?
Yeah.
And so he says stuff like, oh, come look at this ceramic scuba diver.
More like, come look at this coral mushroom. It has red on it. And I have to assume, I have to say, oh yes, it's very nice.
I have to say that if that reading that you just gave us is as enthusiastic as you could be about the saltwater aquariums, that your partner knows.
Yeah.
stand just to be nice, collecting birds and wasps' nests and other organic things like strange seed pods. Whose is that?
I'm over here on this side.
So you have, who do you go collecting birds and wasps' nests and other organic things like strange seed pods with?
I don't go do the collecting. They're brought home to our house.
Who brings them home?
The seed guy.
The seed guy, my husband.
Your husband? How come Adam said the seed guy and you're like, yeah, the seed guy, like that's your special name for him when you're rubbing his jaw late at night. The seed guy. So he collects birds and wasps' nests?
Yes.
Oh, because you know what? In our birdhouse, there's a bee hive right now.
It's beehiving a bird.
Oh no, he doesn't do beehives. He only does wasp nests.
Ma'am, I can only go so far to help you. I was trying to enhance your relationship just that much more.
Just by adding bees into the equation.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want bees in the equation.
Oh.
No, that would be like a deal breaker.
Oh, okay.
And wasps aren't?
No, they're actually very beautiful. They're very interesting, but I do have to feign a lot of joy and excitement when they're smuggled back from places like Mexico.
So, wait, I'm feigning interest right now. That does it for today's show. The distinguished chair of the Poundstone Institute is Doug Berman. Our undistinguished chair is Steve Chillock. Our folding chair is Mike Danforth. Our Sonnian chair is Franny Kelly. Our King Louis XVI chairs are Steve Nelson and Anya Grundman. Special thanks to John Cohn and Liz Brown at Southern California Public Radio, Erica Reddick, Ken Lezevnik, and the folks at Nerdmelt. Our technical directors are Patrick Murray and Stephen Colon, with engineering from Tony Federico and Leo Delagua. Live from the Poundstone Institute is produced by Virgin Haircut Productions in association with KPCC and is sheepishly distributed by NPR. You can visit us at poundstoneinstitute.org or find us on Facebook.